Hi, Rhett Van Scooter here, owner of Van Scooter Insurance Agency. Thanks for checking out my video blog update here. This one came to me over the weekend. I was thinking about it. It's kind of untimely, time of year for this since we're in October. We're getting out of the warm weather, but we had a beautiful weekend this weekend. And last week I had a client who purchased a new motorcycle. It was used, so at least it was new to him. And I'm working on a quote for a prospect on his motorcycle insurance as well. So even though we're late in the season, we're still insuring the warm weather toys right now and reviewing insurance policies for people. So what kind of spurred this is the prospect had asked me the question when we were sitting down reviewing his coverage, if the motorcycle policy that I quoted him was going to provide coverage for his spouse who is riding on the back of his bike. And so what most people don't realize is that a lot of policies won't cover that. So it was a good question that he had. And I affirmed him that I would make sure that the policy that I quoted him would provide that coverage for him. And then after he left, I realized he never asked if the insurance policy was going to provide coverage for him if he was in an accident. And I don't think it's just because he assumed that it would or it wouldn't. I just don't know if he knew whether or not he would have coverage or not under a motorcycle policy. And that's kind of one of the common confusions you see is a motorcycle policy doesn't provide any medical coverage to the rider on there. It's not like a New York State auto policy where you're mandated to carry $50,000 of personal injury protection, which you hear a lot of people call no fault. In the auto insurance in New York State, the parents just say, each insurance company is going to pay for their insured's medical bills up to $50,000, and they really don't care who's at fault. They just say, we'll take care of our client, you take care of yours, hence the term no fault. So you hear a lot of people refer to that when they're in an accident. They'll say, oh, it was a no fault accident. What they're really referring to is that the medical expenses were paid under their no fault, so it went under their policy. But a motorcycle policy doesn't provide that coverage to you. You have to purchase separate medical payments coverage to provide coverage for yourself if you're injured in an accident. If you do have a motorcycle insurance policy and you look at it, you will see there is a personal injury protection on there. But after that, there's usually a hyphen. It says pedestrian. That pretty much just means if you are riding your motorcycle and you strike a pedestrian, it's going to provide them up to $50,000 of insurance coverage for their medical bills, but nothing for yourself. So you always want to make sure that you purchase as much as you can reasonably afford of medical payments coverage on your motorcycle policy. Because that's really, if you're in an accident, you can easily replace or not replace a motorcycle. But if you have medical bills, they can quickly escalate. I know even though we have great health insurance coverage, you still get copies of all those bills that they send to the insurance company. And I am just astounded at how high the cost is for some of these services. We had to take my daughter in an ambulance ride, and we got a copy of the bill, and it was $900 for an ambulance ride. I'm like, geez, if I didn't have medical coverage, I would have drove myself to the insurance, to the hospital, just so, I wouldn't have to pay that amount. But it is just exorbitant. So you want to purchase as much medical coverage as you can reasonably afford on your motorcycle policy to provide protection for you. And remember, Van Scooter Insurance Agency, don't be fooled by name. We insure more than vans and scooters. And also remember about our referral program. Anyone that you refer to our agency and mentions your name, we're going to send you a $10 gift card. And there's no purchase necessary by them. And we're going to enter your name into our monthly raffle, where we raffle off for about a $50 item, whether it be a gift card, tickets to a sporting event or a theater or something like that. So if you know of anyone, feel free to pass along our information. We'd be happy to take care of them. Thank you.